Welcome back. We're going to start off with the Smashbox Photo Finish. It's the original clear primer. Just going to put that all over the face. Yes, I need my nails done, which I'm going to get them done tomorrow, but don't mind that. We're going to go in with the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. I did want something that I didn't have to set or use a powder on, and this one you do not. So I didn't want a powdery face today. Going in with my Morphe flat top brush. Just going to take this brush and buff that very quickly into the skin. This foundation does not have to be set. It actually kind of turns into a powder. So that's what I was looking for today for this Halloween makeup look. Just buffing that in super fast under the eyes. Actually, this is a pretty good foundation brush, which I don't really use foundation brushes. I am a sponge type of gal, but today I was actually in love with this brush, going in with this CoverGirl concealer very quickly and a little e.l.f. sponge, and actually going to prime my eyes with that also. And very quickly just tapping that into the skin, blending all of that out. This is a bronzer. This has no shimmer or sheen whatsoever. And this is my Real Techniques brush that I did get off Walmart.com. That is so beautiful. But this bronzer here I actually got from Dollar Tree. It cost me $1 and I absolutely love it. As you can see, it's super pigmented. It doesn't have any sparkle, any sheen, any shine, anything. It's totally matte. And for this look today, it does call for a bronzed up skin, so that's what I'm going for. So just super fast, just putting that all over. The picture that I am going off of, the girl does have pretty bronzed up skin, so I love this bronzer here. And this going in with the Profusion palette, which I'm in love with. I use this almost for everything. It's good for everyday looks, Halloween looks, fall looks, summer looks. It's literally $4.99 at Walmart. If you don't have it, you should run and be getting it. But this is super pigmented and one of my favorite palettes, and so affordable. I mean, it's almost like the quality of it would be high end. So it's worth every penny and more. But just sweeping that on one eye, back and forth motions, trying to blend that out. And that little brush there came in a set that I got from Walmart. Going in with this yellow shade here, and right under where we put that brown shade is where we're going to put that yellow that we just put on that brush, and just buffing that in, and then taking the brush that we use to bronze our whole face and literally just buffing out any edges. Taking the foundation brush on the side because we're not wanting that foundation to go any further than what our eye goes. Going in with the Kat Von D tattoo liner and went ahead and did wing liner off camera just to save some time. A little bit more bronzing here with that little brush, doing some bronzing down the nose. The picture that I'm going off of, the girl is pretty bronzed. So taking that foundation brush and just mashing everything together so there's no harsh lines. Went ahead and drew these drip lines off camera, but as you can see, you can make them any size you want. It was just easier for me to do them off camera because it took me a minute. But going in with the darkest blue shade from that Profusion palette, and then right under the eye, gonna start there. And as you can see here, we're just building color little by little, not trying to have any fallout because we do already have our base on. So there's not too much fallout with this palette anyway. But since we're really trying to pack color on and make it super pigmented, didn't want to have any mistakes. And as you can see there, just packing that on little by little and building the color up, not just like putting color on all at once. We're literally like building on to that color. And then when we take the next color, you'll see that that purple color there, we're going to like mesh the purple with the blue. So we're like blending those together as we put that purple on. I'm actually pulling the blue color into the purple. And if you can see that, where I'm going up and then down, so that it actually blends together and looks like one color just fading into different colors. You don't want to just sweep across the blue, sweep across the purple. You actually want to like pull those colors down into each color. Same thing with the orange. You see I'm pulling that pink down into the orange. So it looks as like it's just one even color, just changing of the color. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Just mesh the colors together and blend, 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 going in with that yellow. Same thing, pulling that. I actually got a little closer so you can see, but I'm actually pulling that down. So the orange into that yellow, even though we're applying the yellow. And then right here with the green, same thing, pulling it down. And that's how you can get a even blended color, even though they're different colors. So just going to fill in all these bottoms with this green color. Same thing with the pull down motion. I just wanted to get up close and personal so you could actually see how I was blending in these colors. So it doesn't look like I had just swept the colors on. They actually look blended, which is what we're going for. So just to deepen up that green, just going over them. So you want it pretty pigmented since these are paint drips. It looks pretty good to me. Just going to put some white on the top here and then drag it out with the liner we already have on. And that's how that's looking. I do have some white base here that I'm going to put only on the bottom lip, and then using that same palette with that green color and just going in with this powder. And we're going to do the whole bottom lip green. And then same thing with the bottom drip paints. Pulling down on the color just so they all mesh together. And that's how that looks. Use the exact same technique. But there you see, it's all blended. Don't want anything looking like you just put color on. And then we're actually going to do on the side of the neck here another spot of drip paint. And you don't have to do this, it's just optional. You do whatever you want to do. I just felt like it needed something else. And you can do the drips bigger, smaller, whatever your preference is. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. Blend those colors together using the pull down motion, even though we're switching colors. You want to keep everything looking like one color, even though it's not one color. You want it to be good and blended. You don't want to see any lines between colors. So just quickly going through that on my neck. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. Pretty good to me. And now we're going to go in with the little highlights. So wherever you want to highlight the paint, like any light would hit on it, that's what I've did here. And only on this side where we did the drips. I'm not going to do it on the other side. We're going to keep all the drips on one side. Just one side of the face. That's what we're going for. Just the paint drips on one side. And then we're just highlighting wherever you would normally highlight, I guess, or wherever you want to highlight. The picture I'm going off of didn't have as much highlight as I put on. But like I said, it's up to you. You do what you want to do. I just felt like my face needed some more white. And then also right here, I'm just going to fill in my eyelid with this white paint. It wasn't white enough. And the picture that I'm going off of, hers was pretty white. So even though I'm going off of a picture, I don't do every little thing exact by the picture. So make it your own. Looks pretty good to me here. I'm going to go in really quick with some Maybelline Lash Stiletto mascara. A few coats of that on each lashes. And I did choose this mascara just because it makes my lashes super long. Not necessarily thick, but we're going for a longer look here. So that's why I chose that. 2 coats of that, just throwing that on. Just going to go in with a little brush and put some concealer right underneath the eye, just so when we put the colors on that they will pop, show up a little better. And then going in here, putting a little bit more blue. Like I said in my last video, details matter. Like little details make a big difference. So just letting that concealer dry underneath my lash line over there, because we are going to put those same colors. Starting in with the green and just pulling over. It's the same kind of concept. Pulling one color into the other so it looks blended in even though they're different colors. So going in with the yellow, then the orange, then the pink, same thing. It's the same exact color scheme and the same exact color technique, like pulling into the color. So that's what we're doing here. Just blending those colors together. Pink, and then we're going to purple, and then we're going to go in blue. As you can see, it looks blended. Doesn't look like one color, one color, one color. It looks like different colors, but in a row of blended. So taking that deeper blue and then going out with that wing. And then just filling that in. Deepening that blue. And as you can see, looks pretty good to me. So, bronzing up a little more. The picture I'm going off of, she's super bronzed, which I did bronze up a little more, but even the picture was more than what I did. But I thought my bronzing looked good enough for what I'm doing. So, like I said, you have a picture, you don't have to follow exact. You can make it your own, which is what I normally do. Tweak some things, change some things, whatever you feel like doing. But there you have it. This is mostly the finished look, but I felt like I needed a little bit more highlight on these drips. So gonna go in and put a little bit more. But basically this is the finished paint drip look.